So today we're going to discuss the self-learning module for Grade 8 Quarter 1 Week 6 Arts. In this module, you are expected to identify the external or foreign and internal or indigenous influences that are reflected in the design of an artwork and in the making of a craft or artifact in Southeast Asian countries. Incorporate the design, form, and spirit of Southeast Asian artifacts and objects in one's creation through using localized materials and relish the contribution of Southeast Asian art from analyzing the nature and background of the following countries: Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and Singapore. The subcontinents of Southeast Asia are Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Myanmar or Burma, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. We will now trace the influences that are reflected in their designated or designed arts and crafts according to the different historical period. The prehistoric period is about the early indigenous cultures of Southeast Asia. It is unclear how and when pottery making and metalworking were first discovered in the region. It remains unclear such finely made objects were traded or commissioned from the other centers of Southeast Asia. Initial contacts with India, Southeast Asia, came under the influence of Indian civilization towards the end of the first millennium or BC, when India, Sri Lanka, and mainland Southeast Asia became involved in the network of trade along which luxury goods were moved both east and west by sea from the Eastern Roman Empire to the Han Dynasty of China. The rise of Southeast Asian kingdoms in 4th to 9th century. The founding myths of later Southeast Asian kingdoms indicate that Indian merchants settled in these centers. India continued to be a source for Southeast Asian cultures for the next thousands of years. Buddhist and Hindu devotees visited holy sites in India, returning with first-hand impressions of Indian art and architecture, religious texts, and portable images of Buddhist and Hindu deities. The Khmer Empire in 9th to 13th century. After a long stay at the central Javanese court, a Zenla nobleman returned to the mainland and founded the Khmer Empire of Cambodia. In 802, he gave himself the name of Jayavarman II and built a capital, which he called the Mountain of the King of the Gods, in the tradition of central Javanese rulers who called themselves. The Khmer Empire began to decline slowly in the 13th century. A large part of what had been Khmer land was eventually taken over by the Thai, a tribal people from southern China who became Theravada Buddhists through their contact with the Buddhist kingdom of Pagan in Myanmar. Colonization and independence. In the 16th century, Southeast Asia came under greater pressure from Muslim traders and European seafaring nations. With the exceptions of Bali, whose population is Hindu, the people of Indonesia became Muslim. The symbols and images of Southeast Asian sculpture strongly reflects Indian influences, which began to penetrate the region early in the Common Era. The following are the four functions of Southeast Asian arts. We have for worship, for glorifying the king, for teaching, and for precious possessions. For worship. In India, most sculptures cover all over the exterior of temples for worshipping. For glorifying the king. In Cambodia and in Java, The Devaraja or God-King cult is sculptured, and the deities' images in the temple constructed by the king symbolize the god's approval of the king's divine right to rule. For teaching, sculpture and crops in architectural form, extensive narrative reliefs on temple walls perform an educational role by instructing worshippers in both religious and historical events. For precious possessions, hordes of jewelry and ritual vessels have been found in Indonesia, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Styles of Southeast Asian art. Idealize human forms. Southeast Asian artists visualize the spiritual perfections of the gods in idealized human form. Anatomical structure. The sculpture combines sensual forms with a strong architectonic basis, as if the sensuality of Indian sculpture had been merged with the formal, hieratic qualities of Egyptian sculpture. Pose. A sense of dignity and restraint is created in the sculpture by an erect posture, frontal pose, and balanced forms. Serene expressions emphasize the compassion, purity, and introspections of transcendent beings. Surfaces. Smooth area contrasts with the rich patterns of the figure's hairstyle, and the pleats of the garment, and the elaborate way in which it is worn. Sculpture in the round and in relief. Southeast Asian deities were often carved fully in the round. And lastly, scale. As in Southeast Asian art, to express the power and complexity of the gods or kings, sculptures of them were sometimes represented on a human or superhuman scale, while lesser spiritual beings were portrayed small.